Alright guys, today we are making something absolutely irresistible, one of the most loved snacks in Nigerian homes, puff puff. And listen, we are not doing a small batch, we are going big. This recipe uses 1.5 kg of flour, so it's perfect if you have got a party coming up, family members to feed, or even if you want to sell and make extra cash. If you love puff puff that is light, airy, and just the right amount of sweet, then you are in the right place. Stick around please, because I'm going to show you all the little tips and tricks for making it perfect every single time. First thing first, when it comes to that perfect rice yeast for the big batch, when you use about 21 to 25 grams of active dry yeast. But before it can work its magic, we need to wake it up, which is activate the yeast. So in a small bowl, I have about 200 to 250 grams of lukewarm water, not hot, so just warm enough that it feels comfortable on your skin. I'm adding about 10 to 15 grams of sugar. This is basically breakfast for the yeast. Then sprinkle the yeast right in, give it a gentle stir, and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes until it gets bubble and fluffy. That is how you know it's alive and ready. So while our yeast is waking up nicely, let's get the dry stuff ready. I have 1,500 grams of all-purpose flour in a large bowl. To that, I'm adding 7.5 grams of salt to balance things out. For that classic Nigerian puff puff flavor, I love adding 5 to 7 grams of freshly grated nutmeg. It's optional, but honestly, highly recommendable. Now for the sugar, this recipe uses 450 to 600 grams of sugar. But for me, I used 450 grams of sugar because I don't want it to be too sweet. Mix everything together until the flour, sugar, salt, and nutmeg are nicely combined. And for me, I love to stir the flour and the sugar together so that any sugar that is added can easily be sieved out before mixing all the items together. So now the yeast is ready and fluffy, just exactly how I want it. I pour in the whole thing right into the middle of my dry ingredients. Next, when I'm done adding the yeast into the dry items, next I will be adding the rest of the lukewarm water, about 950 to 150 grams of water that is remaining. I will start with lower amounts, add more gradually. The goal is to get a thick, smooth batter with no lumps. Take your time with this part. Consistency is everything here. You want something thicker than pancake batter, but not as stiff as bread dough. When you lift your spoon or your hand, the batter should fall slowly, not splash down immediately. If it feels too thick, add a little bit more water. If it's too runny, add a teaspoon or 2 of flour, but try to get it right with the water first. Also, make sure you mix well. You can use your hand, the old method, or the natural way, or you can use a wooden spoon. The goal is a smooth, lump-free, slightly stretched batter. Now it's time for the magic to happen. Cover your bowl tightly with plastic wrap or a clean kitchen towel. Put it in a warm place. You want the batter to rise until it's double in size, looking nice and bubble. This usually takes about 1 to 1.5 hours, depending on how long your kitchen is. And that is for the prep. Once your batter has risen, you'll be ready to fry up the softest, flawless, most additive puff puff ever. Trust me, once you try this big batch, you may never go back. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to share, like, or save the recipe so you can come back to it next time. And if you try it out, let me know how it went. I always love hearing your puff puff stories. Alright, see you in the next video. Happy frying.